Everybody, this is John Moore with the DLLS Rangers minor league recap for April 23rd, 2025. And that is recapping last night's game, April 22nd, in the bus leagues for the Texas Rangers. Not a lot of exciting or great news going on last night. None of the affiliates really had great nights. Frisco did win, but we're going to go from the AAA affiliate all the way down to the low A affiliate. And there was a couple of items of note that did happen, but let's start out with AAA Round Rock. All right, the Round Rock Express last night was hosting Las Vegas, and the game got suspended after 4 innings. They were in the 5th inning when it got suspended. Jack Leiter, of note, was doing a rehab stint there, and Leiter ended up he was the only one that pitched, so he would, I guess, technically be pitcher of the game, but I didn't put it. He's a big leaguer. He's on a rehab, so I'm not going to make him a minor league player of the game. So there will be no pitcher of the game for the Round Rock Express. And they hadn't scored a run. They were losing 1-0 at the time. Leiter, it was an unearned run, but Leiter did go 4 2/3. He had 0 earned runs and 4 Ks. Pitched about 60 pitches. That's what you want to see. He was probably likely headed out of the game anyway. Had it continued, they probably looking to get him out of the 5th. He had gone 2/3 of an inning in the 5th, and when the game was suspended, and he was probably just going to do that inning. They weren't going to pitch him 80 pitches. They were just testing out the finger to do that. But on the offensive side, I'm just nobody really stood out, but I am going to give this guy a little bit of props. Let's go ahead and go with Evan Carter last night. He was 1 for 2. So, you know what? He's raised his average up to about 187. I think that's where it's at right now. This guy's been struggling a little bit, but it's good to see Evan get a hit. He had a double last night. Good for him. He was 1 for 2. I think he had a double. Maybe he didn't have a double last night. Yeah, he did have a double. But he was 1 for 2 last night, raising that average a little bit. I still think Evan Carter's got great things coming for him. He's a little blocked right now. Dustin Harris is doing good at the big league level. Let's go to Double-A Frisco. Frisco Rough Riders beat Corpus Christi last night 3-2 last night. And they're 11-5, and they're in first place in the Texas League. Couple of things. Abby Ortiz continues. He started out a little slow. Ortiz was the minor league player of the year last year, and he started out a little slow. He hit a few dingers last year and did pretty well. He's finally starting to raise that average up. He's up to 259. He had a couple more hits last night, but he's not going to be our offensive player of the game. Our offensive player of the game, I give it to him just because he also hit a home run. We're going to go with Luis Mieses. I hope that's how you say it. You know me, guys, in my Spanish, it's bad. He was 1 for 3, hit a home run. He also had a walk. That's another. So he hit a 500 on base percentage last night for me, if you want to know the truth. Anyway, he's hitting 310. He's got a 927 OPS. He's older. He was a minor league free agent who signed a minor league deal. He's about 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there. Signed a free agent deal, came to the Rangers, doing well in Double-A. I think he's a fill-in guy, but you got to give him props last night. He hit another home run. He's 1 for 3. Pitching, though, one of our good ones, guys. He's one of the guys that's been on the show with Jeff and I a couple times. Really proud of him. But he is now, it's Avery Weems. He pitched an inning last night. He had 0 earned runs, and he struck out the side. Avery is, he dealt with some weird injuries since being drafted. He was kind of a hot name, and then injuries kind of derailed it. But it's good to see him back. He's at Double-A. He hasn't been scored on yet in Double-A. He had a 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts last night. Good for Avery. And for the Frisco Rough Riders for winning another one. Frisco's in Corpus Christi tonight at 6:35. Cole Drake's going to be on the mound for him. Let's go down to Hub City. Hub City Spartanburgers beat Greenville last night 1-0. Boy, that was an offensive juggernaut. Anyway, they're 9-7. They're in first place in the South Atlantic League. Good for them. 5 Spartanburgers combined for a shutout. Now, there's no offensive MVP in this one. Nobody really stood out. There wasn't they weren't no hit, but they I think they had one hit. Anyway, nothing really stood out on the offensive side, but let's give some props to the pitcher of the game. And he was the starter of the game, and that was Leandro Lopez. He pitched 5 innings. He had 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and 8 Ks in 5 innings. He gets the lights. He gets the nod for that. A great outing right there. 5 innings pitched and 8 strikeouts with no walks, which is impressive. No walks and no earned runs. Now let's go down. Oh, wait, tonight, Spartanburg's host Greenville again tonight at 5:35, and they haven't named a starter yet. Okay, let's go down to Low A Hickory. Hickory Crawdads lost to Salem last night, 12-6. They're 8-8 right now overall. They're third. They are third in the Carolina League. Of note coming from there, the Hickory Crawdads outfielder, I think he's listed technically as an outfielder. He's played a little infield, is Maxton Martin, is supposed to be joining Jeff and I on the weekly podcast this week. And he'll be joining us. He was the Rangers' 11th round pick in 2023. He's out of Southridge, Washington. I think he was an Oregon commit coming out of high school, but he ended up signing with the Rangers after being drafted, and he's supposed to join us. But he's also the offensive player of the game last night. So we'll throw him up here. Maxton Martin, who will be joining us. He was 1 for 4. He also had a walk. He had 2 runs that he scored. He's hitting .323, and he's got a .832 OPS. Having a good season. He was really tearing it up that first week, but he stayed steady. And we're going to talk to him. If everything going right, he should be on with us this Friday. It'd be good to talk to him. And our buddy Luke Savage was the pitcher of the night. Luke has still not been scored on in Low A. He's local boy. He went to Prestonwood Baptist Church up there. He had 1 inning pitch, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 2 Ks. Luke has still not been scored on in Low A Hickory. Good job for Luke. I think Luke ended up going to TCU, wasn't he? I believe he was a TCU boy. Anyway, that's the minor league recap for the 23rd. We'll be back here tomorrow to do it again. Until then, folks, see you at the yard.